Welcome everyone to part 2 of VS Code setup, setting up ftp-simple for ICDSoft. Like I said before, you can use this as just a generic example for any type of server that you're using. We're just going to go ahead and use ftp-simple with ICDSoft just for an example. So we left off before with the auto-generated local host configuration here. What we're going to do is just go ahead and copy that, and then right below it, right after the last curly brace here, you're going to go ahead and just hit comma, and then I like to keep it simple and set up nicely, so I hit enter, and then we'll just paste the copy of it in here. Now, a lot of these values we're going to get from a configuration file from ICDSoft once we get that set up. I'm going to go ahead and just add a name here, VSCode ftp-simple, and that name, this name up top here, is for you for in your workspace when you go to upload files to your server. Once you set up multiple configuration files, it'll help you choose which one you want a lot quicker. So from here, we're going to go ahead and go over to my ICDSoft, and I'm in my control panel here. I've got a dark theme on, so it may look like a little bit different depending on your themes. And I've already added a subdomain for VS Code, and what you're going to do is go to your FTP manager, which is going to be under Files, and in here we're going to add a new FTP sub account. So you'll add a username, and I'm going to call mine VSCode, and you're going to add a password. And it could auto-prompt you. You can suggest a password. I like to just type my password. There is also a generator here for ICDSoft if you're following along. We're going to go ahead and just enter a password here. And your password strength doesn't necessarily matter, and the directory leave as the default www. I'm going to go ahead and add that here. Once it's added, you'll see it in your list of FTP sub accounts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download a config file. And this config file will help us with ICDSoft or with Visual Studio Code and getting the correct parameters we need for those values. So once this is downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and open this up in Notepad++, and you'll see here where a lot of our values, a lot of these values aren't necessary, aren't going to be needed in Visual Studio Code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you as we go what values you need. The first value you're going to need in Visual Studio Code is going to be your host, and your host name is this host here. It shows in the config file. So we're going to go ahead and just copy this whole host directly into your file. Next is going to be your port that you want to be on. Now, also here, coming from this one, it's going to be port 21. So we'll go add port 21. The type is FTP. Depending on what you're using, you may change that, but for FTP-simple, you use generic FTP. Now, the username is going to be the username that you just set up for that for this FTP subdomain. Mine is VSCode, and your password is going to go right here. And you just go ahead and enter the password that you added. That was my password that I added. And your path is going to be the path that you just set up. Now, this path, if you leave it at just the generic / here, it's going to basically put it directly at the root of the file that you're going to, or the domain, subdomain, or domain that you are. If you only have one domain, you can go ahead and leave that as the / or even do www. Those will both work. I have a subdomain set up that I've called VSCode tutorials, and that is the path that mine is going to go to, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Now, we're going to go ahead and hit save, Command S, Control S, and it will save that temporary file. Notice that it was deleted. It's just deleted from the temp folder, but it will still be in your space. Now, since this video is already almost 5 minutes long, I'm going to go ahead and start a part 3 here to kind of go through showing you how to use ftp-simple to upload and download from your server. Check it out here, coming up next.